Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a fantastic trading week. In today's video, I am going to do a recap of the week and also cover a lot of the different trades that were made in the last week in our Discord. And then also going to give you a new top 7, some long-term picks to help you to be successful in the coming week. Definitely liking how the market is turning around. Things are starting to look pretty good. So far, the month to date for July, I am currently at a 3.61% loss. So not even close to the gains that we had in June. To have over a 50% gain was really terrific. Most of us did so great because of ORPH that did so terrific. To have over 1,000% gains on one stock was really amazing and one of the best stock trades that I have ever made. And so that was really nice in the month of June. Year to date, personally, I am at a 149.89% gain. And I plan on coming out with a portfolio review video. So I have come under fire for saying that my gains are not real, blah, blah, blah. Some people in the comment section, some people from just different ones who reached out to me. And so I am going to show one of my stock-only portfolios, and it's a cash-only account. It's a Schwab account, and I have multiple Schwab accounts. I do trade differently on different accounts. I like to keep track per strategy. I know that's very unusual, but that is something that I do. I also have a Webull account that is mostly options and options only. But anyway, I'm going to do a review and reveal of a portfolio that is just basic picks, and it's a cash account, which means it takes time for cash to settle before I can spend it on other things. So look for that. That should be coming out Monday afternoon. But before we get started, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before and you like the content of this channel, consider subscribing and turning on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. If you are curious about my opinion on a stock that you hold, then please reach out in the comment section down below. I'm more than happy to give my opinion. Now, it's only my opinion. I am not a financial advisor. Of course, you need to do your own due diligence. We also have some other links down below. We have Webull if you're looking for free stocks. I love using that broker each and every day. It's really fantastic. So you can get that by just clicking on that link down below. Also, if you are looking for some free cryptocurrency and you want to earn interest on your cryptocurrency, I recommend BlockFi. It's really terrific. I have a ton of Ethereum inside of BlockFi making interest each and every day because I am very bullish over the long term of the price of Ethereum. We also have our Patreon group, the link down below that I'll talk about throughout the video. If you are looking to be part of a group that is working towards helping one another, then you might check it out. We have Discords attached to our Patreon levels that are down below on certain levels. And it is well worth it to be a member. For just the small price that it costs, you'll easily make it up with one great trade. There are so many great trade ideas going out each and every day, depending upon the level. All right, so let's review the last week. There were really not a lot of sales. I held a lot of stocks, only had about a 1% gain for the entire week. So it was lots of ups and downs. I had some terrific gains on some different stocks, but didn't have a heavy enough amount in there to make a huge difference on the account. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's start with the insiders. Very first one is ALLY, sold for a 3.30% loss. Next, sold CE for a 0.68% loss. Next is HIBB, sold for an 8.79% gain. And Sentinel 1, sold for a 6.54% gain. So that was 2 out of 4 picks, 50% win rate, 2.81 average gain per pick over the last 5 years. This strategy has netted me a 70% win rate with an average gain per pick of 3%, whether it's been a gain or a loss, average 3% gain. So just a little bit below that for the average gain, and also below in the win rate. Not very many trades. Insiders are being affected right now, and there's not too many trades reported for insider activity due to earnings coming up and earnings season. So this is always kind of a drought time of the month, but it should get a lot better very soon. Okay, so let's cover our PDUFA play. And I admit, I got lucky. Totally got lucky on this pick. The only stock sold this last week was ARDX. I sold it on Monday for a 6.01% gain. We were getting close to the PDUFA run-up date, and I wanted to play a different strategy with it in our premium room. And so since I did that, I wanted to make sure that I caught a gain on this pick, because if I was going to trade it and buy more stock, I didn't want to have a loss and create a wash sale to where I couldn't count that loss against my taxes. And so I decided to get out of ARDX on Monday morning. I recommended to everyone in our group, hey, it's time to get out of this thing. I would anyway. And anyway, I was able to close it for a 6% gain. And then it dropped drastically. We had a 74% loss that was on it after hours, after that day of which we sold. And most members sold. There were a couple that felt like they really needed to hold through. And that is not the strategy of the PDUFA run up play. It is to sell it prior to the date. And there are certain factors that I look for. And ARDX was screaming sale, but I did jump the gun a little early. This one normally would alert a couple days later, but I saw some different volume things that were very concerning to me, and that was the reason why I wanted to get out, but it was a little bit of luck and a little bit of strategy. I've been covering the squeeze plays, but this last week I didn't sell a single one for a profit. Instead, I thought it would be more beneficial to talk about the straddle and strangle plays. Now, these are different plays that are covered. The straddle plays are covered in our standard room, and the strangle options plays are covered in our premium room. And so we have 2 sales only to report on this. There's a lot of these that are open, and I'm expecting all of them to be successful. So let's get to it and cover these different picks. So the first one was XAIR. Went in on a straddle play, but both calls and puts at the same strike price with the same expiration date. And this week, I was able to sell XAIR calls for a 200% gain. So that was really terrific. So since I bought both evenly, I'm guaranteeing myself a 50% gain, even if those puts go completely worthless, which I don't think they will. I'm going to take profits on it, but I'm waiting for it to be profitable because I think a pullback in the market could earn us a profit on that also, and then we'd be looking at over 100% gains. But I guaranteed myself a 50% gain by trading that stock, and a lot of our members were in on that and made 50% gains on those calls guaranteed and are just waiting to see how the rest of it plays out. We did the same thing on ARDX, and this was a call out in our premium room, and I was able to sell the puts for a 457% gain, guaranteeing a 178% gain on the entire investment. Bought both puts and calls at the same dollar amount, guaranteeing a 178% gain. Most likely those calls are going to go worthless, but that is okay. Making 457% on the puts was well worth it. So that's 2 out of 2 for a win rate. 100% reported this last week with an average gain per pick guaranteed of 114%. So that is something you might consider. You may want to take a look at being a part of in August and joining either our standard or premium room. There are lots of other great reasons to be in there. John has been fantastic in there. He's got a lot of great call outs in both the standard and premium rooms, and we work together on calling out lots of different plays. All right, let's get to the market and take a look at how things are working after this last week. Quoting and looking at the 5-wave Elliott wave, I believe that we had wave 1 here and that we had this pullback, and that was a quick wave 2. And that this is a short-term wave that I'm talking about, but we are entering into wave 3, especially now that we have a new all-time high, but it hasn't confirmed that yet. Why do I say that? Well, Webull is showing that we had a MACD golden cross, but the truth is we did not. If you look, it is not there. So I don't know why this is wrong, but this is not correct. And so this got rejected at that level and went bearish again right before the end of market day. And so we have this gap to fill now down here after gapping up yesterday. So here's what I think is going to happen. Do I know? No, no one knows what's happening in the stock market. But I think we're going to come back, fill this gap down here, and then that's going to act as support. So that was right at 436 is that gap, right at $436. I think we're going to come back down, fill that gap, and then go upwards. And I think the SPY is going to hit 460. That is my profit target for it. I can see that happening, but at 460, we start to see major levels of resistance at that area, and then we could see a pullback from there. Okay, so let's take a look at the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 has been performing terribly. It has not been doing well. It has been whipping around. There's no clear trend going on it. And this has been affecting my portfolio since February, and it's been really a bummer. but I'm looking forward to this getting better. We're starting to see some positive momentum down here, and this last week was really important for the Russell. I'm really hoping that we are done with this and that we can start a 5-wave sequence on the bullish side and finally get out of this crazy little back and forth thing that's been going on, which has been mostly down. So this has been a bearish trend, but we're looking for it to break that. I like the level at 227. If we get above 227 on the Russell 2000, we should start to see that break, and then this to act as support, so we could break it, come back down, and then go forward. I obviously don't know what's going to happen, but I am expecting and being bullish on it. Okay, so let's take a look at the VIX, because the lower the VIX is, the higher the market's going to go. So let's do an update, and you can see on Friday it went down another 2.77%. So that is very bullish for the stock market. I know there's lots of bears out there, but I'm telling you, everything looks bullish. So, you know, I am still bullish. I'm still optimistic. Some people accuse me of being a permabull, but I believe that the numbers suggest it. The Elliott wave definitely suggests it, at least for right now. We have had a little pullback, and the bulls just keep buying up these dips, so I'm expecting it to move forward. Okay, so let's get to the top 7 list and start talking about these different stocks. So here we go. We got a couple new ones on here, but they're towards the end. Number 7 is VRCA. This was number 7 last week, so this is no surprise. Over the last week, it increased by about 2%. And so it is, bullish, but it has not had its run yet. Verica Pharma has an average analyst target price of $19.96. This could be approved at any time. Why? Because it was delayed before, and so you will want to be in on this. I'm expecting a surprise approval on this, not to wait until the PDUFA date of September 23rd. I'm expecting it to alert early and for it to go up. That is why I've been holding this thing. My average in it's $13.63. Since calling this out, I am down 22.45%, but I am not worried because I believe that everything appears that we're going to have a run up. They won't deny it till the 23rd, but I think they'll approve it early, and so that's why I'm in it. I've seen multiple insiders on the way to approval. There's been multiple insider buys at a lot higher prices, $15, $14, and so I feel confident that those insiders know that they are likely to get approval. And with the low volume on this stock, it could really, really fly and could be really powerful on approval day. Also, a little bit of a short percentage on this. And so it's one to watch. If we get approval, could really skyrocket upwards. All right, number 6. Number 6 is ticker symbol SESN. This is Sesson Bio. This is a PDUFA run-up. Analysts have an average target price of $7 a share. My average in it's $4.66. Since calling this out, I am down 17.28%, which is awful. Anyway, I bought it at 466, right about here. Yeah, good planning, Ray. That's wonderful. No terrible. And so this one hasn't worked out so far, but there's lots of positive news on this, and I'm expecting this to be a powerful run-up. They have a bladder cancer drug that needs to be approved. This is very, very important. So it's a significant drug, and the run-up should kick in soon, and so I'm expecting that. So far, the short percentage is really low on this, so shorts haven't jumped on it yet. I wouldn't even mind if they did, and then we got a squeeze out of this thing after approval, but I'm probably not going to hold it for approval since calling this out down 17.28%, but I am expecting a run up as we get going here. This thing should start to rocket upwards. Okay. All right, number 5, this has been on the list for a couple of weeks, and I know it hasn't performed, but it will. This is Bitfarm, ticker symbol BITF. This is part of my golden strategy that's covered in our premium room and also in our long-term dividend portfolio. Anyway, analysts have an average target price of $6.49. My average in it's $3.93. Since calling this out, it is down 16.3%. So yes, not good. But Bitcoin is going to turn around, and this is really going to move. And this company is benefiting big from the crackdown in China, and so many of those China companies not farming at the moment. And so they are earning massive Bitcoin right now, and they're accumulating a massive amount. And institutions have caught on to this fact, and the institutions are loading, and the amount of institutions that are going into this has doubled in the last 60 days. So that is something to pay attention to. And so I think that there's a big, big move coming upwards on this. I think that this is like a Mora or a Riot, and it's going to move up big time, and you are going to wish you were in it. So over the long term, I'm very, very bullish on Bitfarm. All right, number 4 is the same. Also, this one's only, this one was down a little bit over the last week. It came down about 1%. This is a buyback strategy, and this is Steel Dynamics, ticker symbol STLD. Analysts have an average target price of $76.22. My average in it's $58.69. Since calling this out, this is up a whopping 0.66%, so not very much. Here's why I like it. Infrastructure deal. This is Steel Partners and Steel Dynamics, and with the infrastructure deal there's going to be a lot of steel purchased, and so I'm expecting a long-term positive move on this stock. Also, they announced a buyback program, and it's a big one, and so they are going to be buying back shares, and so that is going to increase the stock price. And so all of those things, I really like it. It's got lots of upside. I think this is a great safe stock to have in your portfolio, and I'm expecting big things out of it. All right, number 3 is Cell Sciences, or Cell Sci, ticker symbol CVM, and this is an insider swing play. My average in it is $8.22. Since calling this out, it is down 6.57%. Analysts have an average target price of $12 a share, and so you see this big time beat down right here. So they had a drug that did not hit their primary endpoint, and man, did it fall all the way down here, 708 at the low. But insiders stepped in and bought this at $8, and so they right here, right about here is where you saw them buy, and so that was very, very significant to me to see them buy. And so this is a value insider pick. It's going to take some time, but I am expecting this to move upwards. I don't think it's nearly as bad as the price action that it's had going on it, and I'm expecting much higher prices. So I like this one. This is when I'm holding long term, and we finally had a MACD cross down here, so we should see better times this next week. It is still oversold on the RSI, but I'm expecting this to move upwards. A very high short percentage on this one, but that does not scare me. That'll give me somewhere to squeeze to, and I think with the insider activity, I think that there's news or something coming. They will spin it, and this will move upwards quickly. All right, number 2 is Bed Bath & Beyond, ticker symbol BBBY. This is an insider squeeze. My average in it is $27.51. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 4.41%. Analysts have an average target price of $31.53. Harriet Edelman bought shares at $27.26 as an insider buy. And there's a short float of 21.4%. And there's been a couple of different little news events this last week. But I think that the pressure is building here on the shorts. My price target on this in the short term is right around $40. I think we can come up to that level, and that would be a level that I would sell at. We've gotten rejected right around that level right here on a previous short squeeze, and I can see that happening all over again. Anyway, this should be a powerful play. I do expect it to do very well. And with the insider activity, it gives me confidence that Harriet Edelman at least believes that the stock price is going to go up. Okay, number 1 pick is DPW Alt Global. This is an insider swing play. Analysts have an average target price of $25 a share. Believe it or not, my average in it is $2.45. Since calling this out, I am down 4.08%. But with that huge price target and insider activity, Milton Alt has been loading on this stock every single day, and he loaded on Friday in aftermarket. I don't know if anyone noticed, but that kind of reset the clock for me, and also loaded 2 days ago, 4 days ago, and 5 days ago. So there's been multiple insider buys, and some of those days he's gone in multiple times in the same day and bought shares. And so this is very bullish to me, and it feels like it is way too low. We have some things that are starting to happen here. It looks like we're about to have a MACD golden cross. I'm expecting that actually on Monday. We have positive momentum on the RSI, and I could see this flying all the way to right around 310. Which would be a fantastic gain, especially as this moves positive. And with this continued insider activity, I feel very bullish on this company, and that's going to move upwards, and looking forward to a great gains with it. I wish all of you the best on the stock market. Please remember to do good with your profits and give back to your community each and every year. I wish you all the best, and Raythoven out.